The dark sides of living in Ireland. Ireland is renowned for its breathtaking landscapes, vibrant culture, and welcoming people. From the rolling green hills to the bustling streets of Dublin, the Emerald Isle seems like a paradise for many. However, beneath the idyllic image lies a more complex reality, where challenges persist. In this video, we explore the darker sides of living in Ireland that often go unnoticed or underreported. While Ireland may seem like an attractive destination for many, there are some deep-rooted issues that people need to be aware of before making the move. The high cost of living. One of the most significant drawbacks of life in Ireland is the sky-high cost of living, particularly in cities like Dublin. Rent prices have skyrocketed over the last decade, making it nearly impossible for many locals to find affordable housing. Young people, especially, are finding it difficult to leave their parents' homes because the rents are often unaffordable on a standard salary. In 2023, Dublin was ranked as one of the most expensive cities in Europe to live in, with monthly rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the city centre reaching upwards of €2,000. This isn't just a Dublin issue. Smaller cities and towns across the country are feeling the pressure of rising costs. With high living expenses and a competitive job market, many are forced to either leave the country or settle for subpar living conditions. For many, the dream of owning a home is slowly becoming a distant fantasy, as wages do not seem to keep pace with the soaring property market. Healthcare system struggles. Ireland's healthcare system, although publicly funded, is far from perfect. While many would expect universal healthcare to ensure accessible medical care for all, the reality is much harsher. Long waiting lists are a common problem for those seeking treatment in public hospitals. Patients often wait months, if not years, for non-emergency procedures or specialist consultations. This is particularly frustrating for those in rural areas, where access to healthcare can be limited, and traveling long distances to hospitals becomes a major inconvenience. The situation is exacerbated by the shortage of medical professionals, including doctors, nurses, and support staff. As a result, emergency departments are overwhelmed, and waiting times for urgent care can be excruciatingly long. While private healthcare is an option, it's often prohibitively expensive for most people, leaving many with no choice but to rely on the overstretched public system.
Mental health crisis.
Ireland faces an ongoing mental health crisis that affects people of all ages and backgrounds. Recent studies show that mental health issues, including depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts, are prevalent among Irish citizens, especially among young people. Despite growing awareness and efforts to address mental health in the country, there is still a significant stigma surrounding mental health issues, which prevents many from seeking help. The pandemic exacerbated the situation, with isolation, job loss, and uncertainty creating an environment ripe for mental health struggles. Even before the pandemic, Ireland had one of the highest suicide rates in Europe, a tragic testament to the country's struggle to address mental health concerns. While there are initiatives and charities working to improve mental health awareness, the availability of services, particularly in rural areas, is still lacking. In many cases, people must wait months for therapy or psychiatric assessments, leaving them without the support they desperately need.
The weather woes.
Ireland's weather is often romanticized as the perfect setting for cozy evenings by the fire. However, the reality is far less charming. The country experiences a significant amount of rain, wind, and overcast days, which can be particularly challenging for newcomers. The long, dark winters and lack of sunlight can take a toll on one's mood and well-being. Seasonal affective disorder (SAD) is common, especially in the winter months when the days are short and dreary. Though many Irish people joke about the weather, it's not something to take lightly. The constant rain can also affect outdoor activities, limiting the opportunities for recreational pursuits. Many people end up staying indoors for extended periods, leading to feelings of cabin fever and social isolation, which further contributes to mental health challenges. The issue of emigration. While Ireland has become a popular destination for people from around the world, many Irish citizens are still leaving the country in search of better opportunities. This has been a persistent trend throughout Ireland's history, and it continues today, with younger generations looking to countries like Canada, the UK, and Australia for career prospects and a higher standard of living. This brain drain has a significant impact on the Irish economy and society, as many of the country's best and brightest are leaving in search of a brighter future abroad. The reasons for emigration are varied, but high living costs, limited career opportunities, and the lack of affordable housing are key factors driving people to leave. While Ireland has seen periods of economic prosperity, many of its citizens still struggle with finding work that pays enough to live comfortably. The situation is compounded by the growing divide between urban and rural areas, with rural communities losing their younger population in favor of urban hubs or foreign shores. The Irish political landscape. Ireland's political landscape is also marked by some troubling challenges. The country's political system is often criticized for its lack of transparency and accountability. Corruption scandals have plagued political figures in the past, eroding public trust in government institutions. While Ireland is often seen as a progressive country, issues like homelessness, affordable healthcare, and the housing crisis continue to dominate political debates with little substantial progress being made. In recent years, political polarization has also grown, with tensions rising over issues such as immigration and the country's relationship with the European Union. These divisions often spill over into public discourse, making it harder to have constructive conversations about how to solve the country's problems.
Conclusion.
While Ireland has much to offer, it's important to consider the darker sides of life in the country. From the crushing cost of living to the challenges of accessing healthcare and the growing mental health crisis, Ireland is not immune to the struggles that many other countries face. Emigrants and locals alike must acknowledge these issues as they plan for the future, especially if they're seeking a better life on the island. Ireland may still hold its magic for many, but like any place, it has its own set of challenges that cannot be ignored.